So here I am. This is why I get nothing done. I am in my most favourite spot on the floor, sorting out my fixings. Yeah, on the floor, sorting out my fixings, making them into piles, which then I can find a jar for, which then I can put on the shelves. It's quite a bit to do here. These things, blimey. These things are really, really special. These are, whatever they were, whatever they did. I don't know, does anybody recognise that? Yeah, lovely. Lovely jubbly, so we've got them. There are only 3 to sort out them, and a few there. I'm in my happy place. Yeah, I'm in my happy place. So, how do I manage to do this without going crazy? I can hear you asking, Reggie, that would drive me mad, Reggie. Well, what you do is you choose a particular thing you want to pull out of the pile. And we're lucky here because there's only 2 things. So you pick the stuff and you pick the obvious, what you see the most of, you pick that all out. And then when you think it's all gone, you see there's one hiding there, little swine. And then you make sure you've got all them, and then you've got them. So there's a little pile of them, a little pile of them. And this is the same, look. You pick the biggest stuff, the stuff that you can see the most of, you target it, and then you go for it. Then you go and pick it, which picks out the bulk of it mainly. And then once you've picked all them out, it sort of leaves you a load of them. So now you've only got 2 things to pick. Then whatever you spot easily, you then target them and you pick them out. Yeah, which then should leave you a whole load of screws. But generally, don't struggle to pick one up. Spread them out. Use the space you've got and just spread them out so they're easy to see and they're easy to pick up. And then you make a little pile of them, look. So, okay, it takes a bit of time, but I'll tell you how much, what jars these go in, and we'll put them on the shelf, shall we? I'm in my happy place. So eventually you've got a pile of the big obvious stuff, you've gone chasing what you've chosen to chase, and then you're left with whatever's left, yeah, which is the other stuff. It's just here, so you just collect them together and put them in a pile. Yeah, easy peasy. What was a nightmare, all thrown in, I guess, a bin or something, discarded, now will soon be WD-40'd and put in a jar and put on the shelves. We'll continue, shall we? Shall we continue? So we're nearly ready to pot them up now. But anyway, I looked at these and I thought, shall I keep the ones with the blue on separate to the ones without the blue on? So it made me look closely. And when you look at them, I thought that was Loctite. But that's a little shot of something. That, I'm thinking, you know, how quickly must they be making these? Can you imagine the machine that's making these? He must be spitting them out at one hell of a rate. I can't even begin to imagine how you try and make a living out of making these. Look, they're nice around the edge, and you know, you'd have to make thousands at a go, wouldn't you? And I was just in my little tiny mind thinking, are these, and I don't know where they come from. Well, I don't ask where they come from. I'm not interested where they come from. But I'm wondering if these have been through some sort of inspection, some quick X-ray machine, and it's been spat with a piece of, with a colour. So, you know, it's been going past the machine at a rate or not, some sort of an inspection machine, and maybe this didn't pass inspection, and spat this piece of spat this onto it, and it's done this. Look, So I'm just fascinated. I'd just love to. So these may well have been due for the bin, and my contact, my minion, have said, oh, don't throw them away. I can flog them to Reggie, or I can take them to Reggie, or you don't really want to waste them. So I'm just wondering, is that Loctite and it's meant to be there to help it go in? And this, some of them haven't got it on at all, see? Or is this some sort of spit because it hasn't reached a certain specification? So, you know, sometimes they shoot them out. You see things on a computer, on a production line, and a jet of air shoots it out the way if it's no good. I wonder if that's the equivalent. What the hell? And it's a little round spit, isn't it? What the hell is going with a bit of paint on there? Or a bit of, is it Loctite? Is it meant to be there? How very, very interesting. Or maybe it's not interesting and it's just me that's sad. I don't know. So again, I start with the bigger piles first, with the biggest pile and the biggest jar. Will they all fit in there? You'd be surprised. I somehow doubt it. So we'll put them in and we'll try them, because you just never know. Once you've put them in and you've tapped them in, you'd be surprised what you can get in there. Or is that a tour? One in front of the shelf and one behind. Let's have a look. So it's not going to fit in one jar. Okay, plan B. Oh, look at that. It quite fills 2 jars quite nicely. They're still a bit dry. Now I know they're going to fit. I'll take them back out. WD-40, put a couple of handfuls in. WD-40, a couple of handfuls. you know the score, don't you? So I'm busy out here. Debbie sent me the old message on the old Alexa thing, right? I came out here and then I went, wow, look at that. There's Goosey that was on the line. Is that your Goosey? That was on the line last night. Do you remember? We saw it. Look at this. Look at this. This is the first day this year that we've opened the doors. What a difference. What a huge... Are you all right in there, Babby? No. But look at this. Look how it's opened up the room. It's brought...
Try and get a bit of fresh air in.
Brought the garden. Brought the garden into the...
Auntie Taylor, look at the state on there.
Oh.
The eyes all swollen.
Yeah.
Don't come near me. Bloody hell.
She's poor.
Ears ringing in grease.
Poor Debbie's under the wars. Bit better today?
I look like a milk bottle. Well, I've managed to put some washing on the line and hoover the living room, but I'm pooped now.
It's chill, babe.
That's what I've done. I've just sat down now.
Chill, babe. Yeah. So I've come in for my cup of tea. Look. Oh, look at that. Oh, blimey. You know, the hard work of the year. All the hard work we did. And thank you to Stephen, because without Stephen, none of this would have happened. And thank you, Ellie, yeah, and the encouragement of Ellie, all this wouldn't have happened. Brilliant. Look at that. Really pleased with it now. And you know, you remember we only brought it out of the smallest amount, but it's made that difference. Look, it was here somewhere, wasn't it? And now it's out here, and it's made that a nice straight line. Yeah, bringing this Lance's idea. Lance said, well, if you're going to change them, why don't you bring them out to here? So we followed his advice, and we've got the smallest extension that anyone's ever made. And put the roof up here, of course. Hold on. And we put the roof up there. Just carried on the kitchen roof because it was sank back a bit, wasn't it? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Get a jar and you think that'll fit. Oh, there's too many in there. So ordinarily most of you might accept that. So there's a jar full. Put that in the jar. But that takes up way too much space. So now we've got a good downer one, which is no problem. Just take the lid off, spray it with WD-40, pour this lot into that lot. Easy peasy. Oh, that's much better. It's still not as full as I'd like it, but because they are what they are, they're a one-off thing, I think, so that'll have to do. So we're working our way down to the smaller jars. Now see this one, I had a small amount of the black bolts and a small amount of the little bigger bolts. So to save space, because they're so contrasting, there's only two sorts in there and they're so contrasting, it's easy to see the two different sorts that are in there, and it uses a full jar, so it saves space. So sometimes if you haven't got two little jars that fit exactly, if you are going to mix them together, make sure they completely contrast with each other, so it's easy to see that one in there, and it's also easy to see the little black one. And what happens is the little ones fill the space within the big ones, so you'd be surprised what you can get in there. So you put the little ones in, and then you put some big ones in, and then you put some more little ones in that sort of wrap around the spaces that the big ones create, so you can get more in your jar and on your shelves, and they're easy to see. So now you've seen them come through the door, you've seen them get sorted, and you've seen them, I've got quite a few of these, so one behind the other. There's one behind. I don't really like to make my shelves much deeper because you lose stuff. So one jar behind another jar there, because they're the bigger jars go on top. So now we'll put the smaller jars in the smaller shelves. So this is why it's important to use your space efficiently. Put the small jar in the small shelf. Try and put that so you can see the difference there. Look, we got some more along here. Let's put these along here. Put them so you can see them. Put these so we can see them. Yep, and let's put these where we can see now. Obviously it's nicer if you're in the situation where you can put one on the lid. Or you can put one on the front so they're in, but that's another job. That's another job that I've got to do. But yeah, you've seen them coming through the door, get sorted, get in a jar. Hopefully we'll use something, and you'll see the story of them being used. But for now, because you just never know what you get. You never know what you get, and you never know how much of it you're going to get. So you have to be prepared and have lots of jars, big jars, medium jars, small jars, every jar to keep them. But because they're in a nice glass jar, first of all, you can see them. And then second of all, they won't perish. They'll stay there for years and years and years, along with the rest of the stuff that's been here for years and years and years. And I've been doing this for 30 years. So now you understand why the shelves are full.